Hello everyone. I welcome you all to ATM Creations, and I believe so far 8 days dot mandala challenge have gone really well, and today is day 9. Let's begin with day 9 dot mandala challenge. Let me start with today's story. I have two children, both are boys, and both are 18 and 16 at the moment. They are grown up. But when they were too small, what I mean by too small is my elder was about 2.5 years and my younger was just 4 months. I loved traveling right from the beginning, and I always traveled with my kids. Of course, as a family of four of us. And I used to travel by train, and obviously, small kids, no, they cry at night because their usual comfort of bed and home is not there. For them, new environment is actually a threat. So whenever I did an overnight travel, it has always been a sleepless night. Not only that, it is a sleepless night. The co-passengers, they don't tolerate kids crying. It became such an embarrassing situation for me. Um, as if I felt as if I am the reason for their discomfort. I need not have felt like that, but that's how the co passengers made me feel. To the extent that I decided not to travel until my children will turn 5-year old. To the extent that once when I was traveling with both my sons, obviously they were crying, they were expressing their discomfort in the train. It was an AC coach, but still they were not comfortable. To the extent that the co passengers were reporting to the ticket examiner, and I gave a sympathetic look to the ticket examiner, and he was in support of me. He told other passengers, see, they are little kids, they don't know how to do, what to do. And if you didn't want any of these disturbances, you must have traveled by road taking a private car. You shouldn't travel by train. If you travel, then you need to adjust with all these. And I thanked that ticket examiner, and somehow the travel got over. But that was the time I decided I should not be traveling with kids anymore. So I stopped going to restaurants, I stopped my travels, no movies, nothing, until my children can understand that in such a situation they need to be quiet. And I didn't want to control my children also. I want my children to be children only. I don't want to, I cannot tag that behavior as misbehavior that time. They were too small. That's how they are supposed to be. I stopped traveling, by the way, okay, until they turned 5. And once my children turned 5, I started traveling because I was quite confident that these two can manage eating themselves. If they want to use washroom, they can use themselves. They can sleep without any problems. So when I knew all of that for sure, I started traveling. Then life became a little easier to travel with them. Having said this, in 2017, that was 7 years back, I had been to Udaipur, that's a city in Rajasthan, for one of my official work, and I was supposed to fly back to Bangalore. And there was one young mom with about 6, 7 months old child. I think she was traveling alone with her baby. She was there sitting at the boarding gate right next to mine. Baby was crying non-stop, and obviously the people who were sitting around were expressing their displeasure, and some of them did dare to advise the mom to calm the child. I really don't know how come people don't understand that 5, 6 months old child, when there is a change in environment, they consider it to be a threat and they cry. That's normal, absolutely normal. And that's when I just entered that boarding gate number, and I was extremely hungry. I grabbed a sandwich and a cup of coffee. I sat about 2 chairs away from her. Okay, let me continue my story. I was sitting some 2, 3 chairs away, and as I was buying the sandwich and coffee, I was observing this mom. She was also looking so uncomfortable. Initially, I thought it's because of the crying baby, but then, though the other passengers stopped advising her, she was still looking uncomfortable. And when I asked her, she said, No, ma'am, in another 20 minutes, boarding time will start, and I want to use washroom, but not knowing how to use washroom along with this baby. And these people are already advising me, so I don't think they are going to help me with it. So I'm not knowing what to do. I said, if you are okay, I can help. And she said, I'm actually okay, ma'am, because I'm in an emergency to use washroom, but I'm not knowing if my child will come to you. If my child comes, I have absolutely no issues. I trust you. And now the challenge is making the child to come to me. You know what I did? I showed some funny faces. I didn't care about what others will say or think. I showed some funny faces. The child smiled. I showed my hands indicating come. The child came. And the mom was like, Ma'am, what will happen to your coffee and sandwich? I said, that's not important. Quickly use washroom and come back before your baby realizes that you're not here. So she left, happily used washroom, came back. Until then, I was trying my best to engage the child, and baby was all smile. And when mom came back, until then, baby did not realize mom was away. I gave the baby back, and of course, coffee got cold, but that's okay. It was totally worth. And boarding was announced for her flight, and she said, "Thank you, ma'am, but how do I pay you for this?" I said, "You cannot always pay back to the source, but you can always pay it forward." So when you see someone struggling and you think you can help, go ahead and help. And she said, "Thank you so much, ma'am." And she left. I truly believe in paying it forward. What is your opinion about paying back or paying forward? What do you believe in? I believe in paying forward more. Fine, if you can pay back, that's a great opportunity. Pay them back. But if that is not going to be possible, we can pay it forward. So, what is your opinion? Pay back or pay forward? There's a whole bunch of thoughts that's coming to my mind when I talk about paying back and paying forward. There are people who help others with an expectation to receive back, but there are people who help others and not make them that the other person is receiving. There are such angels in this world. And I personally have experienced such angels in my life, and I'm still experiencing it. And these angels make you feel as if they are liable to help you, whereas the fact is they are not. I also believe when you help people in need, you will receive help when you need. Maybe from people who are known to you or completely unknown to you, but trust me, you will receive help at the right time. And I'm saying this not because I read this somewhere in the book, just out of my personal experience. So, today's positive word or positive sentence today, not just a word. Help in need is a help indeed. So, if you have any story from your past where you have helped, like how what I did, please describe in short in the comment section so that myself and everybody else who are going through the comment section will definitely feel inspired. And trust me, kindness, help, happiness is all contagious, easily spread. So why not we spread something positive to the world? Let's just do it. So share your story in the comments without fail. So we are done with the mandala for today's challenge. I hope it's going to be easy for you to recreate. So go ahead, recreate it, share it with me.